translate into a future where mental health will be prioritized and healthcare providers, including private sector, will also have to support the initiatives by the government policies as they continue to prioritize mental health. And I think it's a very, very, very welcome step.
Dr. Parekh, what do you think are the 2 or probably 3 big takeaways when Nirmala Sitharaman? Please elaborate about the push that she has brought in her budget speech.
So if we allocate funds,
okay,
we recognize the importance. We talk about the youth, and one of the strongest pillars for youth success is going to be mental health.
correct.
By allocating infrastructure, it's not merely an intervention. You are creating brick and mortar infrastructure which will raise the bar of access to mental health. It is going to raise the bar of acceptance of mental health. And this will also then shape way to a long-term resilience of young people, overall well-being, quality of life. This is how you build a healthy India, by prioritizing mental health. And the fact is, mental health has been the neglected elephant in the room always.
True.
And for mental health to be focused upon, it recognizes that how we are finally at that juncture of our growth as a society, that we recognize that mental health needs to be prioritized. And it starts from the budget, let's say, because funding has to be there. It's a day I will remember, a day I wouldn't have thought happening. So from my end, big thank you to the Honorable Finance Minister, more importantly, to our Prime Minister, who continues to support mental health.
Lot of young professionals these days, even athletes, not just the working class, even athletes are complaining more about anxiety, depression and such things coming with as screen time grows. Like people are getting these symptoms are being reported more. You think, like in terms of infrastructure and the acknowledgement of a problem there in terms of anxiety and mental health, this is one step ahead? Like Sitharaman has thought that, okay, this is a situation that we need to preempt and maintain our infrastructure?
I mean, yes, I had gone to the Paris Olympics as the mental health expert with the team, which also...
He is one of India's foremost thinkers. What does S. Gurumurthy think about Budget 2026? S. Gurumurthy's reading of the budget with Arnab tonight at 8 p.m.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Viewers, from award stages to world politics, from sports standoffs to streets caught on camera tonight, the internet is buzzing and the headlines are moving fast. We begin with an unlikely moment at the Grammys. The Dalai Lama winning big on the world's biggest music platform, but the applause has not travelled everywhere, specifically China, which is clearly not impressed. Next, uncertainty clouds the cricketing world as Pakistan's World Cup stance puts the spotlight on the ICC, while BCCI chooses the rules over reactions. Now then comes Olympic icon Mary Kom breaking her silence after facing massive backlash, offering clarity this time and an apology over remarks that triggered a social media storm. Now viewers, we also bring you disturbing visuals from Noida. This is where harassment on city roads has now gone viral, yet again raising serious questions about fear, safety and accountability. And finally, in the Pune Porsche case, the Supreme Court has now granted bail to 3 accused linked to alleged evidence tampering, reopening debates on privilege and justice. All this and more lined up for you tonight. I am Ishita Mitra and you're watching Trending. Let's get started. And now viewers, a top focus at this hour, from spiritual stages to the world's biggest music platform, history just dropped. Dalai Lama has won a Grammy Award, adding a global cultural honor to his legacy. Now his album, in fact, Inner World has got this honor on the world stage for Best Spoken World Album, marking a rare moment where spirituality meets mainstream global recognition. Now viewers, at 90, the Tibetan spiritual leader becomes one of the oldest Grammy winners, proving that impact does not need charts, it needs meaning. The album features teachings, reflections and messages of compassion spoken over music by international artists. And this win, you see, isn't just about politics, it's about voice, it's about resonance, it's about a message that traveled from monasteries to Grammys, but China does not seem happy about it, it seems. Now joining us live is Yeshi Dawa, senior researcher from McLeod-Ganj. Thank you, Mr. Dawa, for joining us on Republic. I want to ask you, how are Tibetans looking at this big honor coming Dalai Lama's way, a Grammy Award for his album? How do you look at this?
Thank you, Ishita, for having me on your show. So this is a great news for all of us. We really enjoyed, welcomed this beautiful gesture from the Grammy, because when we look at His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, His Holiness stands for compassion, peace and kindness. And if you look at today's world, the world is in need of these values, not war. So that is happening because of when we lack all these values, then we have these problems. So His Holiness has been working on promoting peace and compassion around the world. I think this is a recognition for his contribution towards these basic values. So Tibetans are really welcoming this beautiful gesture from the Grammy Academy.
Right. Mr. Dawa, I agree with you there when you say the world needs a message of hope rather than war. But China specifically is not happy with it. He says that the Dalai Lama is using award for political gains. How do you react to that?
See, Ishida, when His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama received Nobel Peace Prize, China objected it. So, see, this is how China manipulates the global recognition of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. So they don't like His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, but they are very much looking forward to have the next Dalai Lama. So this is a very big irony coming from the Chinese Communist Party. So that's why they don't want to see the glorification of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama in today's world, because they think that if His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama gets recognition from the world, it is also creating awareness about Tibet. That's why they are putting lots of pressure on international community to stop giving any kind of recognition to His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. But I think they failed it. They failed it miserably, because the whole world reveres His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, and they can't stop it, because love and kindness, compassion does not need any kind of pressure. It comes automatically. So that's why I think no matter how hard China tries, I think they won't be able to pressurize the international community. That is very sure.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Dawa, for joining us on Republic and sharing your perspective on this story. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Now, viewers, as the T20 World Cup clash hangs in uncertainty, the BCCI is choosing caution over confrontation. Now, instead of reacting independently to Pakistan's decision to boycott the match, they are sticking to ICC protocol, making it clear that any call on consequences must come from the global governing body. Now, BCCI officials have reiterated that participation rules are set by the ICC and that India will act only within that framework. The strategy, it seems, is simple here. Let the ICC enforce its own regulations while India avoids being seen as in escalating this issue, a sensitive sporting and diplomatic issue. Now, for now, BCCI's message is clear, viewers. Rules will speak louder than rhetoric.
ये बड़ा आईसीसी का स्टेटमेंट आया है जिसमें उन्होंने खेल भावना को लेके कहा है, तो हम पूरी तरह आईसीसी से सहमत हैं। और लेकिन हम बीसीसीआई इस पर भी कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करेगी जब तक आईसीसी से हमारी बातचीत ना हो जाए। ये बड़ा आईसीसी का स्टेटमेंट आया है जिसमें उन्होंने खेल भावना को लेके कहा है, तो हम पूरी तरह आईसीसी से सहमत हैं। और लेकिन हम बीसीसीआई इस पर भी कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करेगी जब तक आईसीसी से हमारी बातचीत ना हो जाए।
Now, viewers, on this case, the ICC has expressed disappointment over Pakistan's decision, calling it a blow to sporting integrity and the spirit of competition. But critics say that the response stops there. So far, there has been no immediate punitive action from the global body, only warnings and an appeal to consider the long-term impact on Pakistan cricket. Now, viewers, while the debate rages on, India is moving ahead calmly and by the book, in fact, BCCI sources confirm that Indian team will be travelling to Colombo as scheduled for the February 15th match. The players will practice, attend official media commitments and then report to the stadium on match day. Now, if Pakistan turns up, the game goes on, and if not, the matter will be decided by the match referee under ICC rules. So it seems it's a wait-and-watch strategy that underlines India's position committed to the tournament. All right, now joining me on the broadcast is Amarnath Bhardwaj, former cricketer, live from Delhi. Thank you, Mr. Rajendra, for joining us on Republic. I want to ask you, how do you look at this approach by BCCI in this case? They've chosen caution over confrontation. They've decided to wait and watch and let ICC do its work.
Good evening, Ishita. I think what BCCI has done, they've kept themselves away from this controversy.
Right.
And that is the right way, because BCCI is not involved in any way. The present controversy has been raging, thanks to the Pakistanis' flip-flop attitude, whether they will boycott or they will play. And now finally, they have decided to participate in the tournament, but they will boycott the Indian match. I think they have been trying to play very smart. On one hand, they are trying to tell Bangladesh, look, we have boycotted the match against India because you felt India has been unfair in putting pressure, although the pressure has been put by the ICC, not India. BCCI is not at all involved in the creation of the matches, in the sense the itinerary or the schedules are all made by the ICC, and India has been unnecessarily involved into it by the Bangladesh Cricket Board. So Pakistan also had been threatening India that they will boycott India. So similarly, I think what they have done it very cleverly. They have kept their feet on both the boats and trying to balance themselves. But I think they have landed in a soup, because they will be reprimanded if they do not play the match against India, because you cannot trust Pakistani. What they say today, they will do totally opposite the next day.
I agree with you on that point, sir.
Yeah.
Right, I strongly agree with you there.
The end, when the match is to be played in Colombo, and then see how it turns out to be.
All right, so you think it's a right approach taken by BCCI in this case. Thank you, Rajendra, Mr. Rajendra, for joining us and sharing your input on this.
Thank you.
All right, viewers, Indian boxing legend and Olympic medalist Mary Kom has finally broken her silence after facing intense backlash over her remarks made during a television talk show. In a detailed clarification, the world champion has now acknowledged that her comments, which triggered sharp reactions online, were made in a deeply emotional moment and were never intended as a broader statement against men, sports, culture, or any community for that matter. Marikamya stressed that her words stemmed from long suppressed personal pain following the breakdown of her marriage and clarified that her relationship had been stable for several years before trust issues emerged eventually. Now, calling for dignity and restraint, the boxer also issued an apology to those who felt hurt, especially the members of the wider male community, emphasizing her respect for sport, athletes, and the values she has stood for throughout her career.
ये क्लेरिफाई करना चाहती हूँ, ये नहीं कि मेरी शादी कभी सक्सेस ही नहीं थी। सब ठीक था काफी साल तक, लेकिन बाद में जब ट्रस्ट कम्प्लीटली टूट गया तब चीजें बदली। इसके बावजूद मैं ये भी क्लेरिफाई करना चाहती हूँ कि अपने डिवोर्स के बाद और अप्रैल 2025 में मेरे खिलाफ जो प्रेस रिलीज सर्कुलेट हुआ, उसके बाद भी मैंने पब्लिक या मीडिया में कोई स्टेटमेंट नहीं दिया। मैं हमेशा डिग्निटी और रिस्ट्रेंट के साथ खुद को कंडक्ट कर रही हूँ। मेरे इस रिमार्क को सोशल मीडिया पर गलत डायरेक्शन में चले गए हैं, जो काफी अनफॉर्चुनेट है। मैं बिल्कुल भी किसी यूथ फुटबॉल कल्चर या फुटबॉल फ्रेटर्निटी का अगेंस्ट नहीं हूँ। मैं एक बॉक्सर हूँ, लेकिन फुटबॉल को दिल से प्यार करती हूँ और खुद भी फुटबॉल खेलना पसंद करती हूँ। मेरा ये कमेंट किसी स्पोर्ट्स या प्लेयर्स के लिए नहीं था। सभी गली गली से ही शुरुआत करते हैं, बल्कि जो लोग मेहनत करके पसीना बहा के अंत तक डिटरमाइन रहे, वही लोग ही सुनील छेत्री या बाईचुंग भूतिया बने हैं। यही बात हम मिन करते थे। मेरी एक्स ने कहा कि उन्होंने अपने करियर फुटबॉल सैक्रिफाइस किया। उन्होंने शिलोंग में फुटबॉल खेलता था, लेकिन फुटबॉल छोड़ के मेरी मुलाकात बाद में दिल्ली में। मैं सिंसियरली उन सभी लोगों से माफी चाहती हूँ, खासकर वाइडर मेल कम्युनिटी से, जिनको मेरी आपकी अदालत शो के कमेंट्स से हर्ट या डिसअपॉइंटमेंट हुई। मेरा स्टेटमेंट कभी भी सारे मर्दों के लिए नहीं था और किसी व्यक्ति को नीचे दिखाने या इंसल्ट करने बिल्कुल भी नहीं था।
And now viewers are moving on to a disturbing incident that has come to light from Noida, night turning ugly, and this time it's caught on camera. A disturbing video has gone viral showing two men in a red MG Hector harassing a woman seated in another car, blowing flying kisses, waving repeatedly and then allegedly trailing her vehicle on the road. Now, the incident, which made the girl visibly uncomfortable, has sparked massive outrage online, and as the clip shared by the user shows the driver making obscene gestures while his friend smiles from the backseat as if public roads were their playground. Social media has clearly exploded over this, calling out the brazen behavior and demanding action. Noida police have also stepped in, registered a case, arrested both accused and seized the red MG Hector seen in the video. Police have identified these two men as Amit Kumar from Azamgarh and Abhishek from Mainpuri, both currently staying in Noida, officials say. Further investigation is underway and legal action will also follow. But the big question, viewers, to ask at this point is fear of law fading away, and are the viral videos only deterrent at this point of time? And now shifting focus in a major development coming in the Pune Porsche case that shook the nation. The Supreme Court has now granted bail to 3 accused linked to the alleged evidence tampering in the case, while also issuing sharp observations on parental responsibility in crimes involving juveniles. Now, the top court granted bail to Aditya Sood, Ashish Mittal, Santosh Kaikwar, noting that they have already spent nearly 18 months in custody. The bench here was hearing a bail pleas related to the alleged manipulation of blood samples, a crucial link in the chain of events that followed the fatal crash. Now, viewers, the case here stems from the deadly crash on May 19th, 2024. This is when 2 young engineers were killed after being hit by a speeding Porsche, allegedly driven by a drunk 17-year-old. Now, what followed was not just a criminal investigation, but a nationwide debate on privilege, power, and justice. Now, viewers, let's also give you more context to this story. The investigators here allege that a 17-year-old boy from a wealthy realtor's family driving under the influence of alcohol, what should have been a straightforward case of drunk driving, soon then spiraled into one of the most controversial criminal investigations in recent memory in India. Now, after the accident, a local MLA was seen visiting the police station, allegedly at the request of the accused's father. And despite the gravity of the incident, the minor was then booked under only a relatively lenient provision of the Motor Vehicles Act. His blood alcohol test was also delayed by over 8 hours, a window long enough for alcohol levels to drop sharply. Now, when samples were finally taken, investigators later alleged that the blood was swapped with that of accused's mother. Now, even more outrage followed when the Juvenile Justice Board granted the minor bail within hours, ordering him to write an essay, a 300-word essay on road safety, work with traffic police, and then undergo counselling. Now, this very decision sparked nationwide anger, raising questions about privilege, accountability, and whether justice had been compromised, making the case into a test for India's justice system. All right, viewers, with this, we come to the end of Trending Edition today, but we'll come back tomorrow with more trending stories. Stay tuned.
He is one of India's foremost thinkers. What does S. Gurumurthy think about Budget 2026? S. Gurumurthy's reading of the budget with Arnab tonight at 8 p.m.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा,
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
अरे टेंशन किस बात की? सेंचुरी प्रोवुड का प्रीमियम प्लस है ना, लो एमिशन है, हाई डेंसिटी है, वाटर रेजिस्टेंट भी, टर्माइट एंड बोरो रेजिस्टेंट भी है। यानी ये है जहाँ नो टेंशन वहाँ।
प्रीमियम प्लस बाय सेंचुरी प्रोवुड।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
D is data. The second D is declutter. The third D is discipline. The fourth is decriminalization. The fifth D is duties rationalization. The budget has been delivered and it is deep, decisive, determined and deshbhakt. But those are not the Ds on which I would like to analyze and parse the budget. I have another 6 Ds in mind which have come through loud and clear in this budget that Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman presented for the record 9th time. The first D is data, incentivizing the digital economy with tax holidays and incentives aimed at locating data centers within our national boundaries, providing digital infrastructure and emerging tech ecosystems, a huge push to make India a trusted global data and computational hub. The second D is declutter. There are a variety of ways in which ease of doing business, regulatory simplification, and reduced compliance burden will streamline approvals to lower friction for businesses and accelerate private investment. The third D is discipline. Fiscal credibility is about commitment to fiscal consolidation, and the deficit targets are tighter still and being delivered. There is responsible borrowing to assure markets, investors, and rating agencies. Remember, India, as a top 5 economy, is being watched across the world. The fourth is decriminalization, which means trust-based governance, rationalization of tax penalties, and removal of most criminal provisions for procedural or minor compliance failures, shifting from fear to facilitation. The fifth D is duties rationalization. Strategic industrial policy has targeted reduction of custom duties in priority sectors such as critical minerals, clean energy components, and the vital nuclear supply chain to support domestic manufacturing and energy security for today, tomorrow, and the long-term future. And the last but most significantly, in these volatile times riven with geopolitical stress, is D for defense. Strategic capex and security, sustained and enhanced allocation of defense, manufacturing, indigenous procurement, and border and cyber infrastructure, linking national security with industrial growth. So in my assessment, it has been a 6 Ds budget. Thank you.
Joining me on this special Budget Day broadcast is one of India's topmost doctor, Dr. Samir Parekh. Dr. Parekh is also the chairperson of Fortis National Mental Health Program. Dr. Parekh, thank you for joining. Nirmala Sitharaman's budget specially mentions mental health. Why do you think?
Why are we hosting this ridiculous T20 World Cup? We don't think about the feelings of the people of the country. We only think about the money that is to be made on an India-Pakistan cricket match. We have allowed the government of Pakistan to blackmail the people of India. Pakistan is calling the shots, saying, we will take part, but we will not play India. They have used the cricket pitch to open a front with India. We could have banned Pakistan completely. We could have put global pressure on the ICC to ensure Pakistan is replaced. What did we do? We did nothing. I request the government of India to step in, because it's the government of Pakistan which is going to tell these cricket people that you don't forgive, don't forget. Raise your voice now. Cancel this World Cup.
He is one of India's foremost thinkers. What does S. Gurumurthy think about Budget 2026? S. Gurumurthy's reading of the budget with Arnab tonight at 8 p.m.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
अरे टेंशन किस बात की? सेंचुरी प्रोवुड का प्रीमियम प्लस है ना, लो एमिशन है, हाई डेंसिटी है, वाटर रेजिस्टेंट भी, टर्माइट एंड बोरो रेजिस्टेंट भी है। यानी ये है जहां नो टेंशन वहां।
प्रीमियम प्लस बाय सेंचुरी प्रोवुड।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
प्लीज स्टॉप। झुमका तेरा झुमका, तेरा झुमका नॉट देयर, मेरा काउंटर टॉप टूट जाएगा। तेरा झुमका no. मेरी चिमनी टूट जाएगी। What are you doing?
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
MDH की देगी मीरज।
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
Joining me on this special Budget Day broadcast is one of India's topmost doctor, Dr. Samir Parekh. Dr. Parekh is also the chairperson of Fortis National Mental Health Program. Dr. Parekh, thank you for joining. Nirmala Sitharaman's budget specially mentions mental health. Why do you think it is crucial?
Oh, it's a milestone. It's a landmark moment in the history of Indian healthcare. 20 years back, would we have thought about the kind of importance given to mental health? Would we have even thought that the mention of mental health and the impetus on mental health would happen? I mean, for me, this is probably one of the best things to hear. The fact that infrastructural support is promised, the fact that we will have another NIMHANS approach, which basically means from infrastructure to intervention. And most importantly, this is going to translate into a future where mental health will be prioritized and healthcare providers, including private sector, will also have to support the initiatives by the government policies as they continue to prioritize mental health. And I think it's a very, very, very welcome step.
Dr. Parekh, what do you think are the 2 or probably 3 big takeaways when Nirmala Sitharaman? Please elaborate about the push that she has brought in her budget speech.
So if we allocate funds, we recognize the importance. We talk about the youth, and one of the strongest pillars for youth success is going to be mental health.
Correct.
By allocating infrastructure, it's not merely an intervention. You are creating brick and mortar infrastructure which will raise the bar of access to mental health. It is going to raise the bar of acceptance of mental health. And this will also then shape way to a long-term resilience of young people, overall well-being, quality of life. This is how you build a healthy India, by prioritizing mental health. And the fact is, mental health has been the neglected elephant in the room always.
True.
And
he is one of India's foremost thinkers. What does S. Gurumurthy think about Budget 2026? S. Gurumurthy's reading of the budget with Arnab tonight at 8 p.m. Did Air India Bengaluru Delhi flight face same incident as AI 171? As Boeing 787 comes under scanner, will Indian government finally act? Republic breaks the big aviation scoop, debating tonight at 8:20 p.m.
Why are we hosting this ridiculous T20 World Cup? We don't think about the feelings of the people of the country. We only think about the money that is to be made on an India-Pakistan cricket match. We have allowed the government of Pakistan to blackmail the people of India. Pakistan is calling the shots, saying, we will take part, but we will not play India. They have used the cricket pitch to open a front with India. We could have banned Pakistan completely. We could have put global pressure on the ICC to ensure Pakistan is replaced. What did we do? We did nothing. I request the government of India to step in, because it's the government of Pakistan which has made us. Tell these cricket people, if you don't forgive, don't forget. Raise your voice now. Cancel this World Cup.
He is one of India's foremost thinkers. What does S. Gurumurthy think about Budget 2026? S. Gurumurthy's reading of the budget with Arnab tonight at 8 p.m.